Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The play fake now Hurts to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
Shot in the building.
Wow, what an
Ray
exciting
King
start to this
in the
game,
building.
Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an
Salute.
opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Yellow.
Man in motion, headed right. Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Darius Slay with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's on the move. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Yellow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. On first down, Hurts. Barkley's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third and just 2 to go. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
73.
Hurts now on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Gronk. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts throwing again. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They are throwing it again. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent game.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Barkley will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
63, 63, 63.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
QB sneak coming. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. Offense in the hurry up here. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. Won't get it to Rashee Rice. Complete. Give him a full 40 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Man in motion here. A first down carry for Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Chiefs looking at 1st and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Oh, 1st and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Trying again following the sack. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Hey, rip left. Right side.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, Britton Covey. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Right. Now left, get it.
Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Crowd left, get it. Crowd left, get it. Tiger Hornet. No touch.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He fires one deep down the middle. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw, Mahomes. He's on the move. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Another throw for Mahomes. Searches from the pocket. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down.
15.
Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. First field goal was good. His 2nd look from inside of 45 yards. Up and good from Blankenship. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Yes.
A little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it.
Yes. That was crazy.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Yellow.
From the gun, Pirine. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Flush down out to his left. Throwing on the run. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air.
Crazy.
The end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Crazy.
Reed now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Clean something. I don't know what that emoji is, but with that.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. Able to get it to Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This one finds Goddard. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Running back sent in motion. First and 10, here's Hurts.
Oh my God!
Down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Leo Chanel makes the play. And the Chiefs are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Now we'll try a deep shot to the other side of the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. Now here he goes again. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 6 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now it's 3rd down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Short pass, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right? He's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, Well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Second and 8. That's Smith on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Motioning him from the slot right. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Forced out to his right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yellow.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. Has room down the left sideline.
I'm here.
Kelsey. And he's in for the Kansas City
Yeah.
touchdown.
Because I'm in there. I'm so ATL. I'm so ATL.
Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout.
Get up,
Brock.
what?
And now
Come
that
on,
they've
get off
taken the
me.
lead, the question becomes,
Build different.
can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That
I'm your
one
barn
right
burner.
down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. Returns looking good so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. From the pistol, Hurts. That one is incomplete.
I needed another one.
He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get a huge return at the 25-yard line before that tackle's made.
I went back there.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself.
And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Hey, you got 3 timeouts and
Reed now to kick this one away.
onside kick. So that's just how I think. I'm like,
Covey now to return this.
Yeah, I'm playing me.
He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's going to push one deep down there. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
That's Worthy running the slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go.
More life.
Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
On first down, Hurts. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson.
Again.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest.
21.
I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Yellow.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
Yellow.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly.
Light the bell, y'all. Light the bell. Light the bell.
Kansas City.
I'm back in the town for a long time.
Butker to try the point after.
Me? What do you want? Jersey.
Extra point sent right down the middle.
Play.
And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Reed now to kick this one away.
50 McNuggets special.
Covey now to return this. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
Yeah, shout out BTA right now. It's gonna be a 2K too if he.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Second and 4. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I can still get 50 on him.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut my losses and avoid such a negative play.
You want one and done. You heard? One and done. You heard? One and done.
Back to their offense.
One and done.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Misfire there.
Win that, nigga.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So it'll be second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Let's see what they went with on third down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Mahomes to throw for it. Buys time, rolling right. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick is good, so no time left. They at least put another 3 on the board, but things still ending in a tough loss. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.